Good morning, students. Hope you all are fine and safe. So, are you all ready to learn science? Very good. So, our chapter name is The Sun, the Moon, and the Stars. Do you all remember? Very good. So, yes, we studied about the moon and its characteristics. Do you all remember the points? What was it? Yes, we studied that the moon is a ball of rock. Do you all remember, right? Yes, the moon is a ball of rock. And what was next? It is our nearest neighbor in the space. Okay, it is our nearest neighbor in the space. And it has no light of its own. It gets light from where? The sun. So the moon gets light from the sun. It has no light of its own, and also there is no air inside the moon. Understood? So in our previous class we said about the moon. Okay, the moon revolves around the earth. Understood? So today we are going to study about the phases of the moon. What? The phases of the moon. Are you all ready? Okay, so let's start. Okay, so I already mentioned that the moon revolves around the earth and it takes almost 27 days to complete one rotation or one circle. Okay, so while rotating, when the moon came between the earth and the sun, the moon came between the earth and the sun. From the earth we can only see the part of the moon which doesn't get light. What? We can only see the part of the moon which doesn't get light from the sun, so it appears as dark. What? It appears as dark, and that moon is known as what? New moon. Okay, after a day or 2 days we can see a small part of the moon as I shown in the picture. So we can only see a small part of the moon, and this moon is known as crescent moon. What? Crescent moon. Okay, so after a day or 2 days we can see a small part of the moon, and this moon is known as crescent moon. Okay, and after 7 days we can see half of the moon. What? So after 7 days we can see the half of the moon. Okay, so this is the half moon. Understood? 2 or 3 days later we can see more than a half moon, and this is known as gibbous moon. What? Gibbous moon. So after 2 or 3 days we can see more than a half moon, and this is known as gibbous moon. Understood, children? 2 weeks after the new moon, the moon is on the opposite side. Okay, so after the 2 weeks from the new moon, the moon is on the opposite side. So the side facing us get sunlight. Understood? So the side facing us get what? Sunlight. Now the moon appears as a full moon. Okay, so now the moon appears as a full moon. After 2 weeks from the new moon, the moon facing us get what? Sunlight. So it looks like say full moon. So the different shapes of the moon as seen from the earth are known as what? Phases of the moon. Now you understood, children? Very good. So the different shapes of the moon as seen from the earth is known as the phases of the moon, and we studied new moon, then crescent moon, then half moon, then gibbous moon, and at last a full moon. Okay, children, now let me ask you a question. Okay, are you all ready to give the answer? Very good. So we see different shapes of the moon different days. Why this is so? Okay, I will once again ask the question. We see different shapes of the moon different days. Why this is so? So the answer is, we see only the part of the moon which receives sunlight. So it appears as it changes its shape every day. Understood? Okay, children. So that's it for today's session. Today we studied about the phases of the moon. Now you know what is the phases of the moon? Yes. Okay, now you know what is meant by the phases of the moon. Understood? Very good, children. So let's meet you in our another class, and don't forget to submit your note. Okay, children. Thank you.